A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a recent press conference, Home Secretary Yvette Cooper faced tough questions regarding the implications of Brexit on illegal immigration, particularly in light of French President Emmanuel Macron's claims that voters were sold a lie about the benefits of leaving the EU. Macron's remarks came as he unveiled a new returns agreement with the UK, highlighting the challenges that Brexit has presented in managing illegal crossings of the English Channel. He stated that the absence of a returns agreement with the EU has created an incentive for migrants to attempt the perilous journey, undermining the very promises made during the Brexit campaign. Cooper, however, refrained from directly agreeing or disagreeing with Macron's assessment, instead focusing on the operations of criminal smuggler gangs that exploit the situation. She emphasized that these gangs adapt their tactics based on the political climate, capitalizing on fears and uncertainties surrounding immigration policies. What we've seen is that criminal gangs will weaponize anything happening in the immigration landscape. Before Brexit, they told people they needed to cross quickly to avoid new restrictions. Now, they're saying that Brexit means you can't be returned under the Dublin Agreement, thus justifying their extortionate fees, Cooper explained. The Home Secretary also declined to provide specific numbers regarding how many migrants would be returned under the new arrangements with France, stating that the figures are still not fixed. This lack of clarity has raised concerns among critics who argue that the government is not doing enough to address the ongoing crisis. The new agreement is framed as a one-in-one-out policy, where for each small boat migrant sent back to France, a legal asylum seeker will be allowed to enter the UK. However, initial reports suggest that this scheme could only accommodate around 50 migrants per week, a stark contrast to the 782 average crossings recorded in recent weeks. Sir Keir Starmer, leader of the opposition, characterized the agreement as a breakthrough moment in the fight against people smugglers, suggesting it could have a broader deterrent effect. However, the reality on the ground paints a more complex picture, with over 21,000 migrants having crossed the Channel this year alone, marking a record high. As the UK grapples with the implications of its departure from the EU, the fallout from Brexit continues to unfold, leaving many questions unanswered about the future of immigration policy and border control. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.